Good evening and welcome to Blue Dream Love and Wellness. I am so honored that you're here with us tonight. Tonight, we are going to talk about addictive heart energy. But before we start this, like we do all good things, I want you to take some deep breaths and just allow the day's energy just to roll off of you, because we can get so much on our shoulders and not really realize that it's sitting on our shoulders. And just take a deep breath. And I'm just going to ask the divine very slowly and very lightly to come in with us, because we always want him in every present moment that we are in. Beautiful. Thank you. Now, one thing that I do have up for us, and you probably cannot see this, but it's the AO scanner, and it is working on Blue Dream Love and Wellness for strength, health, and abundance. And that will be running for us the whole time that we're up here. And I also drew a beautiful card for us tonight, and it's called Merriment, and it kind of hits the button on it. So let me read what it says. It says, two young boys express merriment as they play with a top. Bubbles can be seen behind them, along with a ship and a stallion. A man riding a dolphin can be spotted in front of the boys. The dolphins is a representation of play and joyfulness. The stallion relates to using your energy for positive outcomes, and the bubbles may suggest a need to be in control or a reflection of your childhood. Sometimes you need to burst your bubble to be in the present. So take time for things that bring you joy and laughter. And I thought that was very apropos for what we're talking about tonight. And what the affirmation is, and we can tap it in starting up here at the top, is I appreciate. And then in your third eye, the funny and uplifting aspects over here on the side of your eye of my life. And then underneath your nose, and choose to laugh, and underneath your chin often, because we don't laugh often enough, because life is so tough and hard that at times we forget to do the laughter. So let's start our slideshow and get right into addictive heart energy. And here. There we go. So it is webinar 152, Addictive Heart Energy. Your heart is designed to feel love, joy, and other positive emotion. It is the core of your being. You want every action to be in perfect harmony, which will attract other happy circumstances, because at times we don't attract that. If your heart is unable to experience these positive emotions, it becomes desperate for something pleasurable. It is then that the addictive heart energy can be created. Remarkably, at the core of a person's being, we are to have love and other positive emotions. And some people are unable to experience positive emotions. So a person can become desperate for something pleasurable. And it's situations like these that the vibration of the addictive heart energy can be created. It doesn't mean it always will be, but it can be created. When the heart gets just a hint of joy from some activity or substance, it creates this vibrational frequency, and it keeps reverberating in order to get more pleasure of that activity or that substance. So it just keeps craving. And this magnetic quality of this energy is specifically designed to attract substitutes of joy and of love. So these substitutes often end up being inappropriate, extreme, harmful, or even pleasurable things can be considered the above. So seeking heart energy has the potential to create addictions of kinds, not to many things, but they're not limited to So the things that are coming across here, I'm going to work with us as a whole energy. And anybody that comes in and watches it later will still react from this because they're getting this. So do I have everybody's permission to go ahead and utilize the energy in the room? Thumbs up. Is that okay? Jeff, is that cool?
Yes. Yes.
Alyssa?
Yep.
Okay. So the first thing are negative emotions can be addictive. Not saying that they are, but they could be. So is this at what number is this at? This is actually at a 10. So the first thing that comes up is an energy. Let me scoot this closer. And it comes up as a mental, a broadcast message. Punish me. So we're going to release this punish me. Everybody take a deep breath and blow it out rather hard through your teeth. Good, that released. And you may feel a little bit of tingling in there. I know I can feel it. And that brought it down to a 5. What else is causing these negative emotions? Another energy and a no will. No will to trust others, and anybody can have that. So let's release that. Again, take a deep breath, but this time I want you to blow it out slowly. Good, that brought it down to a 2. And now it's got a trapped emotion of effort unreceived. And let's see what that effort unreceived is about. When one's best effort is not considered good enough. So we want to release this effort unreceived of one's effort not being good enough. So when you breathe this out, I want you again to do it through your teeth being closed. Beautiful. And that brought it to a 0. So let's go back. Is there any energy in this room with us, all of us here tonight, that has sugar as an addictive behavior? Yes. And that's at a 5. And that could be very well me because I crave sugar. And it's a mental. No will to receive abundance. And there's body walls of this. $6 million. Let's remove those 6 million walls of no will to receive abundance out of the sugar. And that one feels very hard. So we're going to take 3 breaths, and I just want you to breathe it out normally. Good. Good. That released it completely. Okay. So is there any energy about food being addictive behavior? No. Drugs? Yes. Right, left. And that's at a 4, and that's a mental energy. And no will. No will to survive. So let's remove that no will to survive energy, and I want you to blow it out very hard. Do it again, please. Brought it down to a 3. And it's going to go right to a drug. It's going to go to a depressant. It's going to go to opioids. So let's release that, please. Take it in through your nose and out very slowly. And that did release that. Very good. The next one is alcohol. And this is at a 5. And this is a pathogen. Bacterial strep pneumonia. Why that would go to that, I have no clue, but we will release that. And there's something underlying. There's a trapped emotion. of humiliation. So let's release that humiliation out of the energy of the strep pneumonia, out of the alcohol. And that brought it down to a 3. And it's taken us to a food toxin. It's taken us to a sweetener, maltol. So we do know that these can create alcohol as a still in our stomach when we have too much. So let's release that. Everybody take a breath and let it go. Okay, that did balance that. Is there any addictive behavior for tobacco? No. For pornography? No. For chronic illness? For 3. Again, it's a pathogen. It's a fungus. And it's Candida albicans. So Candida albicans, as I know we've talked about before, is when the microbiome is not happy. You need pro and prebiotics to help your body equal out and to help your gut bacteria build up. And you also may need Arco to help kill that virus. And you could use tea tree around your belly button, the bottom of your feet to help with that also. And to wash your clothes in borax to kill it, because it can be passed on to others in your family just through the laundry. Everybody take a breath, please. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Is there any chronic illness? Okay. There's addictive energy to work. And that's a 10. And it's going to nutrition and lifestyle, magnetic field. So it's a deficiency. Nervous system, peripheral, autonomic. So the enteric nervous system. So is this disconnected? It is. So the enteric nervous system works from your stomach to your brain and your brain to a stomach. So this is disconnected from our brain to the stomach, but the stomach to the brain is fine. So when there's a trapped emotion in there of terror. So let's remove that terror. I'm removing it fast and hard. Take a deep breath and blow it out very hard through your teeth. Good. And that dropped it all the way. Very good, everybody. Now, the next page, these are just a few more. Is there any addictive behavior for smoking? For dieting? Yes. Okay. And it's a food toxin. And it's enriched flours. Now, we know that enriched flours have gluten, and it can cause us to gain weight. It can cause us to bloat. There are many things gluten can cause if you have a frequency that doesn't go along with it. You can be intolerable, or you can just have a basic allergy to gluten. And it is a basic allergy. So let's release that. Take a breath and blow it out slowly, please. And that did balance that. The next one is vitamins. Is there an allergy against that? Addictive behavior? No. Is there one to exercise? Yes. And that's at a 10. An energy? No will to support others. I'm going to release this way. It feels like it's caught in there pretty heavily. Take a deep breath, please, and blow that out. See how far we got. Came down to a 5. Emotional resonance of humiliation again. Let's release that humiliation out of that. And that brought it to a 0. Very good. Now there's more to this than what you think. Seeking heart energy has the potential to cause other obsessive, compulsive, addictive, or destructive behaviors. And the vibrational frequency may be created due to the existence of a heart wall, because having a heart wall blocks us from having joy and love in our lives. So is there a heart wall present here? Yes, and it feels like a pretty large one, excuse me. And right away, I see 10 trapped emotions. So we're going to release anger, bitterness, guilt, hatred, resentment, depression, frustration, panic, taken for granted. Frustration, depression. There's more in here. There's body walls of resentment. So let's remove those body walls. 10 gazillion walls of resentment. Take a big breath and blow that one out, please. Good. Okay, that took care of that. Is there more heart walls, emotions, hooked, corded to anxiety, and there's walls, brain walls of anxiety. 90 million walls. So let's remove that out of the brain. Take a breath, and I want you to blow it out slowly. And you may feel some tingling from this one. Good, it released completely. Okay, is there another cord? Is there another hook? Is there an anchor? Is there a generator? Is this balanced? Okay, good. The heart wall is balanced. So there's also associated imbalances that can go along with this kind of addictive imbalance. Abuse or neglect. Is there any abuse going on in this energy? Is there neglect? Yes. Stress hormones. So we're going to release the adrenaline, the cortisol, and the noradrenaline out of this neglect. And there's a will energy in here. No will to receive abundance. And there's walls of this. 10 gazillion walls. Let's release these 10 gazillion walls of no will to receive abundance. And if everybody has a drink, please take a drink for me as we release this. That one's a little harder and a little stuck. We want to make sure we're keeping the energy flowing, and we are in front of the computer, and that can dehydrate us. Still something hiding. A toxin, environmental, cosmetic, of how we look at ourselves, and that's got an entrapped emotion. And again, humiliation. 60 million walls, brain walls of humiliation. Let's release that. Take in a breath. Just release. And there's a cord to that. And it's peeved. So let's release the peeved. Now, does this have a generator? Does it have another cord? Does it have another hook? Does it have a despair anchor? It does. People want to hurt me. So we're going to release this people want to hurt me out of this neglect, out of this despair anchor. Take another breath and blow it out slowly for me. And that released it, to release it completely. Yes. So the next part of this is isolation or loneliness. Is there isolation? There is not, but there is loneliness. Toxin, heavy metal, mercury from medical toxins. Let's release that. Take a deep breath and blow that out for me, please. That is balanced. Is there any more loneliness energy? No. The next one is negative core beliefs, and there are negative core beliefs. So column A, B, even, odd, 1, 3, 5. I am alone. Let's release that. And I want us to tap in around our right ear. I am lovable and attract abundance. Just tap that in around your ear. It's another core. I have a mental problem. Let's release that. Tap in around your ear. I love and accept all my thoughts and feelings. Balance that. Is there another one? Yes. Releasing I'm not valuable. And tapping in, I approve of myself and am lovable. Another one. I am powerless. We're going to release I am powerless out of this negative core belief. And we're going to put in I approve of myself and I light the world up with my smile. Make sure you're tapping that in around that right ear. Very good. Just one more. I am nothing. We're releasing I am nothing. And we're tapping in I am worthy of love and friendship, and I have a solid self identity. Is there another unaligned secret hidden hiding? No. Okay. Now let's see if there's any wounded child in here. And there is a wounded child of unexplained fear. So we're going to release this unexplained fear. And we're going to tap in. I share my feelings with others and they accept me. Is there another wounded child, unaligned secret, hidden, hiding? Yes. Walking on eggshells. So we're going to release this walking on eggshells for this child and put in, I radiate love and joy to all I meet. Very good. Okay. Finding what someone may be addicted to is not necessary and not part of the decoding process, but could very well be helpful in this process. Now, if you can think of other words or other imbalances that can cause this, please unmute yourself and say so, please. David, is there anything that you can think of? Jeff?
No, I'm good, sir.
Okay, Alyssa, can you think of anything?
Not really.
Okay, does anybody have any questions? Okay, I thought it would be short. So having an addictive heart energy does not automatically mean that someone has what can be classified as an actual addiction, but it just means that energy is there and could possibly be one, if that makes any sense. And that's, since this is all we have here with us tonight, this is the end of the webinar and it took us 30 minutes to get through it. So I'm going to stop there. And if we have any questions, please don't hesitate. This is the end of webinar 152, Blue Dream Love and Wellness. And I thank you. We can stop and have a prayer if you would like. And we ask the Lord to process everyone that these imbalances struck a chord with. And we ask that they be processed with quickness and love and peace. And we ask that this harmony be together for all of us. And we ask the Lord to bless each soul with us and those that will come to watch. And that's all he says he has. And he thanks you and I thank you. Good night and thank you.